What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Sports TV, and I am back with another video. This is the rundown discussing boxing's latest news. First up, highly talented and highly rising heavyweight prospect slowly growing into a contender. Daniel Dubois is expected to return September 27th against Ebenezer Tetteh. In the UK, the fight will take place at the Royal Albert Hall, and it will be for the Commonwealth strap. And look, Dubois is coming off of the most significant victory of his 12-fight career when he stopped bitter rival from the amateurs, Nathan Gorman, in like 5 or 6 rounds to move his record to 12-0 with 11 knockouts. At 6'5", Dubois is explosive. He's continuously getting better. Has an excellent jab, excellent right hand, good left hook. He's a very patient fighter. And he's just somebody to continue to keep your eye out on. And has been tabbed as a future heavyweight champion. His opponent, Ebenezer Tetteh, is relatively unknown. Looking at his record, he's 19-0 with 16 knockouts. He's from Ghana. He's extremely tall. I believe he's 6'6" or 6'7". Watching some of the film on him, to be quite honest, Dubois should win this fight and win this fight with ease by stoppage. While you can always proceed with caution when it comes to these unknown guys whose records indicate they are a significant power puncher, because it can be boom or bust. Looking at the film on this guy briefly, he doesn't have the skill set, the fundamentals, the technique to compete with a guy like Dubois. Dubois should take care of him in dominant fashion, possibly stopping him because his opponents have a total of 185 losses between them. One of his opponents had 37 losses by themselves. So that lets you know that this guy has been brought along very carefully, and his opponent selection has been one to make him look good. And a lot of upcoming fighters, whether you're here in America, Mexico, Cuba, wherever, that is the point, to bring you along slowly. To make sure you continue to make, check those check marks off the list to show that you are improving. But this guy has fought somebody with 37 losses. That is ridiculous. And now he's taking on a guy that is skilled and as explosive of a puncher in boxing prospect or contender. This spells for disaster, in my opinion. I think that Tetteh will be in over his head. I think this is going to be another impressive performance by Dubois, who is only 20 years old. Only 20 years old, hasn't even came a third of his ceiling. You know what I'm saying? At 20 years old, the sky is definitely the limit. A lot of people say that, but for this young man, it is definitely the case. Heavyweights mature at a later pace anyway, and him being only 20, he has a wealth of ways to go to gain, needed experience, add skills to his repertoire, and just improve as a fighter. So I expect him to get a stoppage victory come September 27th against Ebenezer Tetteh, who just doesn't look the part. I'm saying? He's tall, but like I said, he's not fundamentally sound. His technique needs work. He's a guy that throws wide shots, squares himself up, and that is going to be disastrous for him when he steps in with a guy that is patient and a straight puncher as Dubois, who's going to throw his punches straight down the middle. Compared to the wide shots Tate's going to be throwing, it's going to be easy pickings for Daniel Dubois come September 27th. Next up, Heather Hardy and Amanda Serrano are in advanced talks for a title fight, assuming it will be for the WBO featherweight title that Heather Hardy won over Shelly Vincent back in October of last year. Hardy is 22-0 with 4 knockouts. Serrano is 30, I think, I want to say 37-1, a 1 loss, 1 draw, 26 knockouts. She is a 7 division world champion. First women boxer to ever do that. No doubt she's a future Hall of Famer. At 30 years old, she's crossed over from boxing to MMA, has a record of 1-1. In that, and Hardy as well. She's 2-2 as a mixed martial artist. 2 wins, 2 defeats, 1 win coming by knockout. She's been stopped in mixed martial arts. So you know what I'm saying. Both of these women are well versed in combat sports. But this fight is going to take place in the squared circle, and Serrano will be the overwhelming favorite, and rightfully so. Hardy is a late bloomer. She started boxing in 2010 at the age of 28. It was a slow rise, but she's from New York. She's gained a huge following out there. And she's a woman that has some good skills. She can't crack an egg to save her life, but she is an aggressive fighter, has some finesse to her game. It's tough as nails. I know she got her nose broke against Christina Williams in an MMA bout that just left her bloody. But she's tough as nails, and she's gonna need to be more than tough to defeat Serrano, who is a southpaw, has a very good right jab that is powerful. She comes forward, she can lay back and fight off her back foot, she can counter you, has tremendous hand speed, like I said, has a wealth of experience. She is currently the WBO super flyweight champion. So her ability to fluctuate her weight up and down these weight classes is tremendous. She's an excellent fighter. You know what I'm saying? Arguably top 2, top 3 women's boxing in the world right now. Already has her ticket stamped to the International Boxing Hall of Fame when she hangs up the gloves for good. But, she will be the favorite in this fight. She's the more complete fighter, more well-rounded fighter, more experienced fighter in, higher pressure, situations, being that she's a 7-division world champion. She's fought at lightweight, junior lightweight, featherweight, super flyweight, I think bantamweight. So, this woman is amazing. She is one hell of a fighter. And Heather Hardy is a good fighter herself. And I'm pretty sure with her, having a chance to defeat a living legend in women's boxing, she's going to be more than up for the task. And we're going to see how it plays out. But if this fight gets done, it will take place on the undercard of Devin Haney, September 13th on DAZN. And if Amanda Serrano is successful, which I think she will be, hopefully we see her an undisputed lightweight champion, Katie Taylor, get it on. That is a fight myself and other boxing fans are craving. Those 2 women are supremely skilled. And that fight will make for an awesome fight. Maybe Serrano got more confident after seeing Taylor's fight with I can't think of her name right now. A fight that I thought Taylor lost. When her name comes to me, I'll eventually, it'll be after this video has been recorded and uploaded. But y'all know who I'm talking about, man. But I expect Serrano to put on the show. I think that she's going to get a stoppage victory in this fight. She is just a head and shoulders better, more experienced fighter with more tools in her toolbox. But it should be an interesting bout for as long as it lasts. Next up, a recap, so to speak, of a fight that caught my attention this weekend. It might have not been the best fight. Probably was the best fight. But it might not be the most talked about fight, with John Pascal pulling off an upset and defeating Marcus Brown by technical decision. But I'm here to talk about Adam Kownacki and Chris Arreola. After, the fight with Arreola where Kownacki won a unanimous decision, I started asking myself, is this guy, Adam Kownacki, ready for Deontay Wilder? And my first thought was, nope, hell no, fuck no. And I said, let me sleep on it, let me, reassess some shit a few days later. And the answer is still no. Equivocally, no. At 6'3", he struggled with a shot out of out of his best days, Chris Arreola went 12 rounds with him. And I'm not saying that he should have stopped Chris Arreola, because Chris Arreola, while he has been stopped, his chin is proven forward tough. You know, he was stopped by Wilder, but that was more from accumulation of punishment. You know, Wilder, I don't believe, dropped him, or if he did, he might have dropped him once. He hurt him through that fight, but he didn't put him on his ass, and he stayed there. You know, so the chin of Arreola is proven forward tough. You know what I'm saying? Arreola's a big puncher. But for Kownacki to not look better against a guy, like I said, Arreola, that is 38 years old, clearly past his best days. He had hurt his hand in the 6th round. I mean, so pretty much was a one-handed fighter. And to still struggle, he was hurt in that fight numerous times. I mean, and he couldn't finish Arreola, who he hurt numerous times. It was a performance that left more to be desired. But he did improve his record to 20-0 with 15 knockouts. He is a popular draw in New York City. And if that fight does happen with him and Deontay Wilder, it no doubt in my mind will take place in New York, where Kownacki and, you know, Wilder have had a lot of their fights there, a lot of their significant fights there, and have brought out, you know, some excellent crowds. But Wilder, who was commentating the fight, had to be studying the tendencies of Kownacki, who showed to have, you know, good stamina, a good chin, you know what I'm saying, that heart, determination, resolve to not fold up in a fight that was tougher than a lot of people expected to be. I expected Kownacki to knock Arreola out in like 6 or 7 rounds, but that didn't happen. But as he matches up with Wilder, I mean, Wilder is 6'7", will have the reach advantage. He's more athletic, has the faster feet, faster hands, and he's a concussive power puncher. And he's not going to be there for Kownacki to hit like Arreola was. Arreola didn't use his jab. He crowded it and smothered his punches. Wilder's going to use that 1-2. And whether it's in the 1st round or the 12th round or somewhere in between, Wilder's going to land that right hand. And depending on how Kownacki reacts, it's going to be night-night. You know what I'm saying? He's an aggressive fighter, Wilder is. Has an excellent jab when he decides to use it. Like I said, he's an unorthodox fighter. You know, he comes in from crazy angles with his footwork. And like I said, that power is concussive. And once he gets you hurt, he's on your ass like white on rice. And that's simply what it is. I don't think that Kownacki has the head movement, pause, to avoid those shots, right hands or left hooks from Wilder. He doesn't have the footwork. He is a good body puncher, so if he can get close to Wilder, he needs to make sure he puts in early and consistent work to the body to slow down the smaller and slimmer statured Wilder for, you know, the later rounds. That way, if he's tired, he can take him out and become the WBC champion. But I just don't see it. I don't see him being a guy that is going to give Deontay Wilder any trouble. You know, he just didn't look like a fighter that I thought he was going to look against the perfect opponent. You know, Arreola was set up for him to look good, to get a highlight reel knockout, to get an impressive performance in. And yet, you know, it was a back-and-forth action fight, which entertained the hell out of fans, but it wasn't something to say, you know what? Adam Kownacki is a guy that is a legitimate threat to Deontay Wilder. So I don't think Adam Kownacki is ready. I don't think he'll ever be ready. Just too limited defensively. He didn't sit down on his punches. You know, he didn't really use his jab like I would like for him to, you know, use. And, you know, he's just not on Deontay Wilder's level. So I don't think he will fare much better than any other Deontay Wilder opponent outside of, you know, Fury, who beat him, in my opinion. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the content throughout the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Turn those notifications on, man, to be notified every time I upload content. Drop your comments in the comment section down below, giving me your thoughts on all these topics touched on in this video. Shout out to the movement and everybody that is moving with us. Be sure to check out 3kingsboxing.com for your latest and greatest updated, unfiltered, and unbiased boxing news and information reported the way it should be. Until next time, I am out. Peace.